Peace family, welcome back to my channel. Thank you to anyone that is new and joining my channel for the very first time. I appreciate your love and your support. I want to say that the topic that I'm going to speak on in this particular video may be sensitive for a lot of people. I'm going to have a lot of TMI moments in this video, and I just want to put that disclaimer out just in case you are not able to tolerate hearing certain things about sexual assault or anything along those lines, pretty much. Okay, because I am going to share my personal experience, and I'm not going to be too graphic or too detailed, but the reason and motivation behind this video is to bring awareness to how we can be transformed by our pain, and how we can take on a false identity through our experiences that can pretty much follow us into other connections, and it also interferes with the relationship that we have with ourselves. And so I just want to bring my story and put my story out there, just to help someone else, and to let other people know that they're not alone in the experiences and some of the things that they may think. But this was something that had to be brought to my awareness. That had to be brought to my awareness like a few years ago. That the way that I was thinking was really working against me more so than I thought. So I had an experience in my life, well, a couple of experiences where men took advantage of me, and in both of these situations, I didn't feel as though I had a choice necessarily. Like, there was a choice, but at the same time, you'll get it when I explain the story, okay, and why I see it that way. But the first time I was taken advantage of, I was only 16. But because of the fact that I was trying to link up with somebody, I just wanted to go and chill with somebody. I just wanted to get out the house. I was tired of being in the house all summer long. And my mom and them had went on a vacation too, and they left our stepsister in charge, and she was down for the get down. So she was going to let us go out and have fun, which I appreciated because I didn't really get to do much. I was pretty much sheltered. My mother never really allowed me to be out and going to parties and stuff like that. So it was all right for me. And me and my friend had met these dudes, and they was in the Navy. So of course, you being a young girl, and if an older man grabs you, notices you in your young mind, like, that's a big deal. For me at least, it was like, that's a big deal. And they wasn't really bad looking dudes, but the fact that they was in the Navy, and I'm thinking in my 16-year-old mind, oh, he got a car, he gonna pick me up. I'm making plans in my head, and this dude got other intentions. All he thinking about is getting what he gonna get from me, and that's it. So we go chill with these dudes, and they offer us some drinks, right? We at the car. Matter of fact, we sitting at the table playing cards, y'all. And it's me and my friend. I'm a couple years older than her. So she was like maybe 14 or 13 or something like that. Now they could see in our faces that we was babies, but they didn't care. Okay? And they was in their 20s. They was clearly in their 20s. They was grown ass men. And so they took us over there to their spot. We was at the table playing cards, and then they offered us something to drink. Who not trying to drink? What? Yes, I'm really about to be grown. Which, pass me the drink, please. Ain't drunk no drink for real. I was not, y'all, I knew damn well I could not handle that alcohol, but I was not about to tell that boy no. Heck no. I'm about to spoil the moment. I got to go with the flow. And see, that's the pressure that you put yourself under. Being in situations you know you ain't got no damn business. But I'm 16. So he gave me and my sister, mine's what I would consider her a sister. We don't talk as much no more. But so me and my friend gave us these drinks. We drank the drinks. We didn't even drink the drinks. We sipped the drink. Sipped the drink, okay? And you know, we giggling and whatnot because I'm already feeling something. Just off a sip, I'm feeling something. So now I'm giggling and stuff. I'm feeling all weird. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to start acting weird. I don't want to start stumbling around here acting like I can't handle my liquor. I gotta be a big girl. I gotta suck this shit up. I gotta get it together. So I signaled to my friend like, girl, we need to go to the bathroom real quick. So when both of us stand up, our legs is wobbly and everything. So long story short, both of them violated us, okay? Both of them raped us. And I couldn't even move. Whatever the dude put in the drink, I could not move. I was waking up like I don't know if I passed out. Like I don't even know what happened, honestly, y'all. All I know is we went to the bathroom together. And the next thing I remember is I was laying on the floor and this man was on top of me. Okay? And I could barely get the words no out. Okay? But it was certain things from that day. Like the scent of his breath. Certain ways he touched me, like that shit was like embedded in my entire being. So after this experience happened, you know, me and my friend pretty much, I know this might sound crazy, but we really just brushed that shit off. Like we was hurt. We expressed our feelings to each other about how we felt violated and whatnot. But it was one of the moments where we felt like we had to just suck that shit up and keep going because we could not tell my mama. We was not supposed to be there in the first place. So we was not supposed to tell our mama. So, wait, let me go back a little bit. Because the way that they just dropped us off on the corner, y'all, that part was very hurtful too. Because that really fucked with my self-worth and how I looked at myself and how I felt about myself. Right? I don't really know how my friend felt about it, but how I was feeling inside about it. You know, but at the same time, I still felt like I had to be quiet about it. Because I was doing something that I wasn't supposed to be doing. Okay? So now I gotta hide this truth that I'm hurting about inside. And y'all, that followed me. That not feeling worthy followed me. But as I got older and I did become more sexually active, because of course during, you know, around that age when you're 16, 17, a lot of the guys, they hormones is through the damn roof too. So all they really want to do is have sex with girls most of the damn time. You know? That's all the end goal really is. So when guys would be attracted to me and that's what they wanted, I started to look at it as, okay, well, this is something that now I felt like I could use as a power. Because at first I was powerless, but when I realized the power of the boom boom, that made me think in a different way. But this is the thing, y'all. I didn't start like using sex against people like right after this incident. And I'm not even gonna say using it against people. It was something that I was using to feed my own damn ego. because I won't get shit. Like these niggas won't. All they was doing was trying to control me, and possess me. That was the effect that I was getting. Okay, but so and it wasn't about me trying to get anything from people. It was basically me trying to find a way to regain power within my own self, the power I felt like had been taken away, and this came later, in my adulthood. But I have also experienced that again. I know this might be all over the place, y'all. You already know how I go if y'all been rocking with me. But something similar to that. Well, it happened again later on with a boyfriend of mine's, right? And I'm saying all of this because I'm making mention of these incidences of this happening, because this is how things begin to be rewired in our minds, right? This is how trauma starts to rewire things. And so after that incident, then later on, I have a boyfriend that does the same exact thing. I don't get a choice in saying, no, you cannot have my body. Okay? I relinquished my power to him because I was afraid of him. Because I knew he was stronger than me. And that me trying to fight him was just going to be some unnecessary shit. And I had my daughter in there. And I didn't want to go through all of that. So when he told me I had to, I just did. I just dealt with it. And y'all, this is a TMI. But he was fairly large. And that shit used to hurt sometimes. And I would lay there and cry. And like he would know that I was crying. But he would never, he didn't care. Like, he didn't care. So this was rewiring something in me to where this is what I started to do. I started to drink. Okay? Because he was a drinker. He was a drinker. I wasn't no drinker. I puff weed every once in a while, and I could barely handle that. So I wasn't really doing anything like that for real. But he was a drinker, so I picked up drinking too. I was like, well, if I got to go through this, I'm just going to start drinking. And that's what I did. And I told myself, I programmed myself to enjoy the thing that was hurting me. I told myself that it was pleasurable so that I could get through it easier. Okay? And these are things that were brought to my awareness. Like, I had to bring these things to my awareness, take me back to these moments of where I had relinquished, power. I felt vulnerable, and I felt exposed. I felt unprotected. And I had to go back to these places because these were some of the roots that did the reprogramming within me. These were the false ideologies about myself that I had came into an agreement with about myself, based off of how I had been treated by these men that I had encountered early on and later on. Okay, so this really became a journey of me regaining my own power, regaining strength, rewiring the way I thought. And I'm still doing it. But I'm aware of why certain things are the way they are with me. And this is part of us awakening, is being exposed to these things that have conditioned us to feel certain ways about ourselves and accept certain behaviors from people, accept certain treatments from people, because somewhere we have been we have been conditioned to believe this. Somewhere you're gonna find that if you look. If you seek, it's gonna be shown to you. It's gonna be shown to you. Because see, it had an effect on the way that I was having sexual relations with the people that I truly cared about. Okay, because things would start to come up like, you know how ladies, okay, I know all of y'all that probably did this before, where you telling your man no, but you really want it, right? You just want him to push a little bit more, just, act like he want it. You know what I'm saying? So I would do that because I got a naturally flirty energy, especially when I'm into you like that, and you my man. So, if I'm feeling like that, I'm in that energy or whatever. When I start to do that, it's something in me that I noticed that would feel uncomfortable. And I couldn't understand why it would feel uncomfortable. Because then I would start to feel like that moment was happening all over again when I was telling my boyfriend no. And he was still, doing it. And I was like, why is this coming up? I love this person. I know that they're not doing it like that because I'm giving them the energy, that energy that I'm saying no, but I really want it. And that's what I'm feeling. But at the time, it's becoming conflicting. So that's what made me have to really go sit with myself. Like, I had to sit and meditate. Like, just sit and get quiet. Let all my thoughts, all the thoughts that want to pop up, let them pop up, and just keep sitting there. And then eventually everything gets quiet. Where I can really just tune in. I close my eyes. Sometimes I put like a scarf or something over my eyes to keep it really pitch black, and I just get quiet. And I expose everything that I'm feeling in that moment, because I really truly want to know, like, where is this coming from? Because I need to get to the bottom of this, so we can rewrite this script, because this is not working. It's not working. And it's not always easy to do or recognize. And we all awaken to different parts about ourselves, I feel like, at different times. It's not a race. I was just awakened to a lot of these things. Within the past 7 years, like it's certain things that I wish I had known then, but I awakened to those parts, that insight when I did, and it just is what it is. And now that's why I'm here sharing my experience, because I know I'm not the only one that has experienced these things. You know what I'm saying? And you can line up with the wrong beliefs about yourself because of some of the experiences that you have. You can start to identify with those things, and they'll shift your perception of who you are and impact where you're going. I'm still a work in progress. I am. But whatever I can give back by putting myself out there on the chopping board or whatever, walking through the fire, people, because people want to judge. People going to say what they want to say, but I'm just giving out what I wish I had when I was going through some of the shit that I was going through, because a lot of things just don't make sense. And sometimes you just need to hear that it's going to be okay. You're going to be all right. You all right. Or just know that somebody else has felt the same thing that you felt inadequate like you felt inadequate. Felt unworthy like you felt unworthy. So I'm just here and saying in this message is to not allow your past experiences, your past suffering to cause you to miss out on the greatness that you truly carry within you. If you truly seek, God will definitely show you. God will show you. God can help you to heal. I'm telling you, God can help you to heal. Nobody will be fully healed as long as you live in life. I feel it's just certain things you just learn to live with, you learn to grow from, and you make peace with them. And now you have something that could potentially change someone else's life through your suffering and your pain. You either recycle that pain or you turn that pain into your own superpower and give it back. Pay it forward. I guess you would say. I don't even know if that's the right word to say, right words to say in this moment, but just know that you're not alone, family. And it's a process in unwiring and rewiring, but it's possible. It's possible. Connect to the Most High. It's possible. Okay? It's possible. I hope that reaches whoever it's supposed to reach. Okay? I'm just here to help. Peace, y'all. I love y'all and enjoy your day. I'm out.